Hi, I'm Brad Simpson with Simpson Limited Collector Firearms. We've been talking about post-war Lugers, and today I'd like to talk specifically about the sport models that were made starting about 50 years ago. Now, most of the Lugers from World War I and World War II, all of the Lugers, were made to be sidearms, and they're pretty standard features. But in the 70s, they started making the sport model, which had a bull barrel, adjustable rear sight, and a lighter trigger, specifically for sport shooting. These guns are pretty rare. They're very collectible, and let's get into more detail about them. This is a pretty typical sport model. As you can see, bull barrel with target front sight, marked 9mm on the top of the barrel, and you can see it's got a target rear sight that is dovetailed into the rear toggle link. It's also dated 75 on the frame rail. Here's another sport model. This one is in .30 caliber. As you can see, it's marked 30 on the top of the barrel. It's got the same adjustable rear target sight. And as you can see, it is fluted to flat sides on each side of the barrel to take less weight off, to not compensate as much for the lighter caliber. As you can see, there were two different rear sight configurations. One has a wider dovetail into the rear toggle link, and the other is narrow and has a smaller adjustment screw and actually a narrower sight blade. Depending on the rear sight configuration, they had different front sights to go with them. By 1977, they were using letter codes instead of actual dates, and this one has HH, H being for 7, so HH was 1977. In the 80s, Mauser experimented with a second series of sport models. As you can see, this one has the fluted flat side barrel with the removable barrel weight. It's also got a new style safety to comply with the German gun laws at the time. And instead of dovetailing the rear sight into the rear toggle, it is part of the rear toggle. These were prototypes, and there are only two known, and this one is certified by the Mauser Archive as one of the original prototypes. So as you can see, there are a couple different calibers, there are a couple different rear sight variations, you've even got a prototype, you've got different cases, so there's quite a variety to collect in the post-war sport models, and they're also great to shoot. If you have any more questions, shoot me an email at brad@simpsonltd.com. Thank you.